and better. I've already mentioned animal welfare. I might mention tax breaks for new technology. I might mention cutting VAT on sanitary products. I might mention free ports, Mr. Speaker. There are all sorts of ways. I might mention different regulation on biotechnology or many of the areas in which this country now leads the world. That is the opportunity for our country to do a great free trade deal with our European friends and partners of a kind of which I'm sure my right honourable friend would thoroughly approve, but also to be a champion for free trade around the world. That is what we're going to do.
As the Father of the House leaves this place after 49 years without interruption, I, for one, want to salute him. The Right Honourable and Learned Gentleman is one of the most popular and respected politicians in our country. For his service to this place, for his service to his constituents, and for his service to our country, he deserves the warmest appreciation. For my part, I thank him for his support and friendship over decades. The Right Honourable and Learned Gentleman, as I think most sensible people know, whether they agree with him or not, is a great man. Mr. Jonathan Reynolds.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know everyone on this side of the House would like to associate themselves with those comments to the floor of the House. Mr. Speaker, one of the most consistent things I've seen in all my parliamentary casework is I'm afraid too many children with special educational needs not getting the support they need, something I know, Mr. Speaker, you personally support a great deal. This year, councils in England alone will overspend on their SEN budgets by over £400 million, and even then, there is simply not enough resource in the system. So, Prime Minister, how could any government like yours justify going ahead with cutting corporation tax to 18% when children with the greatest needs in this country are simply not getting what they should?
Prime Minister!
Well, I'm afraid that shows a fundamental division between us, alas, because I think that what you need is a strong and dynamic economy, and the evidence is that if you reduce corporation tax, you deliver more in yields, you deliver more in growth, and that is how we've been able to commit now to spending another 700.
Woohoo! Apparently I'm live. Unfortunately, I've still got an OBS issue. Ah, dearie me. I tried the workaround solutions, but they didn't really work around. So I've even uninstalled it, gone back to a previous update, and reinstalled it. And guess what? That didn't do the trick either. So I have no idea what to do. I've even sent OBS people a message to try and get me out of this little fix. But hey-oh, that's how it goes, I'm afraid. But less about me and my OBS issues and more about the group stages of the Get Good tournament. It's now! Yay! Unfortunately, you can hear in the background me listening to UK Parliament Live. Sorry about that. It happens. What can I say? There is a 3-minute stream delay. Unfortunately, it's there because it is a tournament. I had it on 4 minutes last night, but what happens? You know, I had it on 4 minutes last night. It was too long, I think. So I've dropped it down to 3 minutes, which is still within the parameters. Let's open a container. I've got a container to open. I've got some boosters to collect. Boosters. So we're still in Group D, I believe. It's day 2, or whatever you wish to call it. It's still the group stages. There's not many of you watching at the moment. alas. That's maybe because you can hear the UK Parliament shutting on the background. It will disappear in a minute. I can't believe that. It's because of the delay. I forgot about the delay. We should be starting soon. We've got the room up. Unfortunately, I have not got the schedule. I'm assuming we got Fizzy and Gallo first. So let me join the room. I'm in the room. We're all here. Well, I don't know if we're all here. I'm here. Yay! Ting's here. Yay! Just waiting on the rest. Unfortunately... Oh! I've got another person watching. Lovely! It's always good fun. So, like I said, I apologise for you having to listen to the British Parliament for a short time there. But it happens. I just happened to be watching it before I went online. For those of you who are slightly interested, it was Prime Minister's question time. Anyway. So, we saw some interesting games last night. It's not over yet. So, 7 of 9, how are you doing? You will hear that in 3 minutes from now. Hoo-ha. Unless I've got a 4-minute delay. No, it's only 3 minutes. It's like I said, it's the group stage with those. So it's best of 3. I believe it's a group stage again tomorrow. And then we get into the elimination rounds on Friday and Saturday, with the final being Sunday. I think there's a Saturday. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. Oh, I have got the rounds. Oh, was that yesterday? No, this is today, day 2. So we should first have Buttman against Gallo and Magno, followed by Takuha and Fizzy 11, followed by Gallo Magno against Ninja, followed by Takuha against Ninja, followed by Buttman against Take This, Ricochet. So that's who we've got lined up for tonight. As you can see, Gallo's here already. We're just waiting for Buttman. It's 10 o'clock. Well, it's kick-off time now. So he should be on his way, hopefully. Which reminds me, it's getting close to kick-off time for Arsenal against Liverpool as well. Methinks. Maybe. Fizzy is offline, but Fizzy isn't playing in this game. Still waiting for Buttman. He's not arrived yet. Oh yes, Arsenal-Liverpool kick-off at 7:30, so quite some time to go yet. Oh, where's Buttman? At this rate, Gallo's going to have a bye. Ooh, it's not the way it should be going. Same as usual, guys. As I said, OBS is glitching on me, so I don't know if there's any sound. I don't know if the FPS is any good. All I know at the moment, I've got an excellent connection, and that is it. That's all I know, and that's because YouTube is telling me that the connection is good, not OBS. OBS is telling me jack squat. It's not even telling me if there's any noise coming out. Oh, it's Ting against Gallo. It's not part of the competition, it's just a bit of fun. So you don't have to sit there looking at a loading training screen. Both out in the E50M. So let's unfortunately, Ting is not. Oh, he has. Didn't think he had for a moment, but he has. Ba ba ba. Thought he only put me on spectate 1. So there goes Ting, troodling off. I'm not spectating. Ah, there's Gallo. Yay! Da, 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 da. They're going to brawl straight away, and why not? Ting's getting smacked. Hello, Max Moss. How are you doing? Unfortunately, with the 3-minute delay, it's going to be pretty difficult to interact, I'm afraid. Refresh my memory, Max. Just in case. Oh, Gallo is smacking Ting. Ting is trying to smack Gallo back. Round the houses. I think Gallo may get this one. Just about. Ting's going to rush him. Look at this. 2 E50M gladiators smacking each other. Things getting up close and personal, tries to stop him from getting that lower plate, but just switch it to APCR and it works the same way. Let's ultra zoom in, look at that. Boo, 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 boo. Oh, let's switch to the Ting view. Boom! Turret flies, everything goes mad. Gallo wins! Wah wah wah. Bum 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 bum. So, Gallo taking all the hit points, obviously. Oh! Oh, Buttman, as you can see there on the screen, has lost his telephone. So, he can't play, by looks on it, because he's lost his telephone. Which is a damn shame. Don't forget, there are other groups out there going. So, Soft Rescue is streaming at the moment, and I believe others are as well. So this is just Group D. Thanks, Max. That's good to know, because I have no idea. So as you can see, I'm only spectating 1, which means I don't get to spot anybody. Next round isn't until, I'll just let you know, so the next round is at 19:25. That's another 15 minutes away, I'm afraid. And with Buttman losing his phone, that sort of killed the conversation there a little bit. Not to worry. Now got a 215B in Gallo Magno against the E50M of Ting. Same map.
Let's go.
Let's get up high into the back. Like I said, I'm not going to see where Gallo is because I'm only spectating the 1 at the moment. I can certainly get up and above. Red Werewolf 1976, how you doing, mate? So, Ting's just going to sit there and wait for a moment. Hopefully Gallo's going to come in, either take a cap or get spotted. One of the two. We'll have to sort of, we're not being able to spectate both, I'm going to have to roll around with the Ting. Try and, oh, and he's in A. We can't see him, and Ting's in C. Ah, of course. And I am trying to, funnily enough. There you go. So Ting is just gonna sit there. Don't know where Gallo is. He could be anywhere. So what happens when you only spectate the one player. When you spectate both, you can see both teams, obviously. Ooh. Ting's going to change that. And there we go. There's a 215B. Ting shoots away, but doesn't hit. He backs out of there. Gallo drops off the map, but he's on the bridge, I would have thought. Yeah, there he is. He's come over the bridge. Let's get a bird's eye view. You can see Gallo's thinking about dropping down, but then he thinks maybe not. Ting is going to hang around there. He's in a good position. He knows that the 215B does have good gun depression. There it is. But it's not that good. So they're going to come round. He's going to, you can see the gun depression in the 215B there. If he were to turn it side on, he gets even more gun depression. But he falls off. He's going to go to the C cap instead. Shots being traded. Ting's lost a few hit points already. Just backing away. It's more of a strategic game, this one. Gallo's now going to try and cap C. Ting is probably going to get out there and try and either get either A, flank round, or B, go to the A cap and take that away. It looks like he's going for the former, not the latter. Boom. Brawl time. Bounce. Oh, you can't get the bounces. 215B nowadays is just solid. I mean, look at it. Very difficult and tricky tank. Gallo's won this one, I think. Oh, it's a bounce. Ting bounces it. And it's there. That's it. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Just fly around. Ba, ba, ba. And as you can see, ba, ba, ba. So we still don't have, but man, his phone is still lost, I'm afraid. It be gone, it be. The next game starts in about 10 to 15 minutes. So I think, I don't know how that one works out. I think it's similar to a bye, so I think Gallo will get the points. The next match we got Takuna against Fizzy 11, but he won't be coming on, like I said, for a while yet. Martin Prince, you're not late. Not in the slightest. We haven't started really. So that's a shame to hear that, Max. It is a bit of a grind, to be fair. I mean, as you know, I'm grinding the Inane garage at the moment, and I've only gone down one line realistically, and it's taking an eternity. And not only that, I mean, you get swamped left, right, and centre with premium tank after premium tank after premium tank. So I understand the balls ache. I really do. It is a pain in the backside. And then, you know, unless you're one of those people who just wants to throw shed loads of money at it, then yeah, unfortunately the grind is a pain. And this is one of the things that they did introduce with 5.5. I mean, the idea behind 5.5, and I'm not a big fan of 5.5, not because of certain things. I mean, it's because whilst I agree streamlining to an extent, I don't agree with streamlining it as much as they did in the low tiers. You need the low tiers to learn. And, you know, whilst I appreciate you've got to have some form of achievement to get to those tier 10s, etc., etc. Sometimes the grind is a bit too much. I wish I could make it a 30-second delay. Unfortunately, I can't because it's a tournament. Oh, Ting gets the first blood this time. It's a tournament, and therefore being in a tournament, I have to abide by the rules set by the administrators and the officials of the tournament. In this case, Ting, who we were told 3 to 5 minutes, and I've lowered it to 3 minutes. So 3 minutes is okay for tournament. When I do the wargaming sponsored tournaments like the Challenge Tour and the Pro Tour, guys, I mean that's 5 minutes. It's really hardcore. 5 minutes is a pain. It's very difficult to do the 5 minutes. I mean, yesterday was awful with the 4 minutes, so I lowered it to the 3 minutes today, which was what I was the minimum that we were given. Ting has now just said you can drop it to 2 minutes, but I've started the stream now, so it's pretty difficult for me to do that because the delay is not in YouTube, the delay is in OBS, I'm afraid. And as much as I would love to change the settings out, it means starting and re-changing all the settings in OBS, which means stopping the stream, and it's just too much of a ball's ache with the way OBS is working at the moment. Oh, Gallo gets one into Ting there. Ting does have the advantage here, both for points and hit points. The E5, again, another tank that's profited from those new consumables, I believe. I do think it's got the... has it got the new consumables? I believe they have. The American heavies now. I know that the British heavies, like the 215P, have certainly benefited from these new consumables. Very, very much so. It's a Mexican standoff around this. I don't know what it is. It's not a villa. It's not a temple. What is it? Just a house? House. Yes. Well, Ting's got the upper hand here, both in points and cap points. Still. It's a bit of a standoff. Gallo's looking to make a slight push, and he does, and gets a good smack in at the same time. Let's get down there, might as well. It's going to be a brawl. Oh, bouncy from Ting. I mean, the E5 has got a trolling turret at the best of times. As you can see, now Ting's losing all his hit points. E5 up close and personal is pretty tricky to actually pen, as Ting is finding to his peril. He hasn't landed a shot for a while now. Well, he has, but he just bounced. And as you can see, the E5 profits from that turret. It's a great tank, to be fair. And you can see there, E5 really doing its stuff. Now we've got about, I don't know, between 10 to 5 minutes. Sometimes they turn up early, sometimes they don't. Thomas the Tank Hunter has turned up. I don't know who Thomas the Tank Hunter is. Probably a distant cousin to Thomas the Tank Engine. That was a really piss poor joke. What to do? Oh, Thomas the Tank Hunter has left. Goodbye, Thomas the Tank Hunter. It happens. So, a couple of changes here, not in the team makeup, just in the tanks. Go for a bat chat and a Forsh. I'm hoping that everything will be back to normal tomorrow and I can start doing the videos and streaming everything again. I was planning on doing an NA live stream today, but I didn't get any feedback, so I didn't bother. So I might try again tomorrow instead. Yeah, I've streamed a few times recently.
Let's get this show on the road.
Whoa, look at that, zooming away. Let's go over and have a look high up. Labatt's for me. How you doing, mate? So, Ting hasn't moved. He's in the Fosh. A tank he does like. Bat chat of Gallo is dropped into that sea cap. Ting still hasn't really moved. Well, he has, but he hasn't. I mean, it'd be interesting if Ting can get one high roll onto that bat chat. Boy, the bat chat will feel the pain of the Fosh. And the Fosh has now seen the bat chat. If you can get a good HE roll into him, wow. It'll be like good night Vienna. Ba, ba, ba. So, neither tank profiting from any gun depression, to be fair. Bat chat trying to use its mobility, but once spotted, it's spotted. Absolutely, Max. Where you see Labats, you say, oh my god, no Fosh, but there is a Fosh now. Didn't take long for Ting to move round to the Fosh. Oh, and he drops down, trying to get one into the back of the bat chat, but the bat chat luckily gets his mobility going to get back up the hill. Now, this is interesting. The Fosh does have pretty decent elevation. But, as you can see there, the bat chat, oh, he does connect, but it's not a big roll. So, both sides trading shots. Both sides on those long magazine reloads. So it's another Mexican standoff. This is the thing with one-on-one. Sometimes you got to be ballsy, but a lot of the time you've still got to be strategic. And this is not a bad move from Ting. He's covering both the upper and the lower parts, just in case the bat trap drops down. Bat chat thinking about dropping down. Bat chat decides dropping down and then running away is the wisest move. Ting is well, countering that. Gets into the sea cap. Bat chat is trying to get up there and using his mobility to get around the side of Ting and around the back, which he does. That's going to hurt. Ting has got to do something here. Let's get down there and see it one-on-one. You can see the bat chat is running after him. Ting is trying to protect that rear by sticking it behind a rock, but he still exposes the sides. But look at that for a bounce. Now he's able to bring that gun round, gets a nice 581 roll into the bat chat, bounces again. He's still got that one shell in his magazine. Gallo is on a long reload now, but he's almost finished it. Ting is not in a bad position here. Another bounce. Gallo's wasting his shots. He's got one left in his magazine. Ting knows this. Oh no, he's not. He's reloading the magazine fully. So Ting realistically is a two-shot. Gallo is potentially is a two-shot too. A generous two-shot if he gets both high rolls. Then yes, Gallo is definitely a two-shot. There goes one shot from Gallo. It's a bounce. I think it's probably a three-shot actually, a full magazine. It all depends. I'm trying to see here. So what can Gallo see? Well, that's what he can see. He gets a one shot in. He's a two shot, as I said. So he's down to 98. Oh, Ting misses. Gallo misses. Points have stopped accumulating now, by the way, because obviously Ting is capped out. They've both got one shot in their chambers. Gallo just needs one little shot into that lower plate if he can get it, or into the observation slats, one of the two, whereas Ting can just smack him right anywhere. Oh, Gallo takes a shot. Oh, and look at that! Ting gets it! Big roll. Nice game indeed. Wowzers. As you can see there, I mean, not bad at all. Oh, no. Ting says he has bad... Ting's got bad news. What is the bad news, Ting? Ooh. Yeah, it would be nice if the test servers were. Well, apparently not many are going to show today, I'm afraid. So, I mean, we're meant to have next Fizzy against Tack. They're meant to be online now. They haven't shown. Fizzy has had to run. He's got a party. You can see there. Ninja has a tournament. So that's 3 players gone. So Buttman, we know, is has lost his phone. Fizzy is partying hard, and Ninja has a tournament. That only leaves 3 more players, and that would be Take This, Takua, and Gallo. Gallo, as we know, is here. We can see him there. So we know that one is there. So Ting is right. Technically, there is no game today. Technically. Because, let's have a look. Yes, because Gallo doesn't play Take or Tack. And Gallo's here, so... And Fizzy will play in Take or Tack, don't play each other. So Ting's right, there is effectively no tournament today. So that's a bummer, realistically. What to do? It is what it is, I'm afraid. So I may knock it on the head there. Yeah, I could do, but if I go into touch, then I have to go into a tournament myself because the clan has gone into a tour. So I'd have to go into a tour if I go on to touch, because I can't do a live stream when the clan are touring and they're after players. So it is what it is. So sorry about that. So what I'll do, I'm gonna obviously the tournament today is going to be well, it's not going to go ahead really, is it, guys? Let's be honest, because the players aren't here. No doubt Ting will sort out the points and the rankings and everything. We have still hopefully got day 3 tomorrow in any event. and then we move on to the elimination rounds, I believe, on Friday. Moving on to the finals, semi-finals and finals. So with that, I'm going to disappear because there is no tour tonight now, guys. Sorry about that. So sorry for all those who did turn up expecting a tournament. Unfortunately, external matters have kicked in and the players are, well, half the players are not available, I am afraid. So it's good night from me and it's good night from him. Good night. So I'll catch you all later, guys. Thank you, Ting. Thank you, Gallo. Shame nothing happened there. No doubt something will next time. And with that, bye for now.